warning before you listen. This epic is not for children, nor for the faint of heart. We retell the ancient Greek myths as they were born, unfiltered, unsoftened. Scenes of violence, curses, betrayals, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. Given the many conflicting versions of the Titan War, the events have been rebuilt to complete the missing pieces. Here, we tell the myth as it was meant to be told. Sources and references are listed in the episode description. In the forests between Olympus and Orthrus, lesser gods took position. Elite warriors perched in treetop shadows. The Cyclopes held lightning, but did not yet release it. The Hecatonches, the hundred-handed ones, knelt, waiting for the first flash of war. Even night itself held back, as if afraid to enter a war it could never comprehend. Hyperion descended the mountain, trailed by flame, not because he willed it, but because fire dared not leave him. And Zeus, he rose into the sky, thunder at his shoulder, as if the heavens themselves had given him their beating heart. And between these two fates, no words were spoken, only waiting. A silence that made mountains groan, that cracked stone, that scattered birds and stirred unborn hearts. And then, in a moment the cosmos will never forget, they met atop the peak of Ilios. Hyperion said nothing. Zeus didn't need to. Everything in existence understood. The sun and the storm were never meant to meet, but when they did, the world knew the first flame would not be the last. Here the age of waiting ended, and the age of war began.
Chapter 24. From War of the Titans, Clash of Weapons and the Fall of Time. The Thunder Duel, Zeus versus Hyperion. When lightning meets the sun, nothing in the sky is left unburned. That night, the sky was no longer a sky. It was a witness, holding its breath for the first strike. The mountains made no sound. The clouds dared not drift. The cosmos itself paused. At the edge of Ilios, a city no cloud ever passed without reverence, on a peak so sacred it was said even fire feared to touch it, Zeus stood alone. He held no banner, rested on no glory. He carried only lightning. But even his lightning trembled as if awaiting permission to be born. And then the heavens tore. From that rupture descended a figure who resembled only one thing, the sun in fury. Hyperion, uncle, Titan, wielder of pure flame. From his ribs, daylight was born. When he raged, seasons withered. His face could not be seen, not because it was hidden, but because the eye itself was too ashamed to meet it. He spoke, not loudly, but with a voice that split the air. Go back to your cave, son of a treacherous womb. You came not to fight me, but to prove to your mother that you've become a man. Turn back, before I extinguish you like a candle stolen from a sun that forgot where it rises. Zeus said nothing, but his heart trembled. Was it fear, or was it doubt? A voice crept through his bones. Is this truly a thunderbolt? Why does the earth not quake? Where is the promised fire? Did the Cyclopes lie? Or have I yet to learn how to wield it? Hyperion stepped forward. You don't know what you're doing, he said. You don't even understand what you carry. Lightning is no toy, Zeus. It's a weapon, and it yields only to those who've burned before they ever held it. Me? I've been burning for thousands of suns. Zeus raised his hand. It shook. Then he roared. And you don't understand that an unshaded sun scorches us all.
He hurled the first thunderbolt in history. Hyperion did not flinch. He opened his palm and drank the light in, as if inhaling the final breath from a dying warrior. "Your thunder," he said, "is sound. My fire is hunger. And I've been starving for ages." He struck with a blade of flame. No, not a blade, a shard from the heart of the first sun. The earth shattered, mountains split, stone rained down like dying stars looking for a grave. Zeus fell back, but did not collapse. In his eyes was the fury of a child who could not understand why no one feared his scream. He unleashed 3 thunderbolts in succession, like stabs from time itself erupting. But the lightning lacked edge, lacked madness. It hesitated, like a war unsure if it had truly begun. Hyperion narrowed his gaze. "Do you know why you scare me, Zeus? Because you don't know your own weakness, and those who don't know their weakness burn the world just to prove they're strong." Then he struck again. His blow tore through Zeus's shoulder, split the stone behind him, and Zeus fell. For the first time, he rolled across the ground, his hand scorched, his chest fractured. But he rose, and within him sparked something new, not from the lightning, but from the pain. "You are the sun," he said, "but I am the thunder that will silence you." Hyperion stared, and in his eyes, for the first time, not rage, but grief. "I could end you now," he said, "but I won't be the one to kill thunder as it learns to crawl. I'll leave you, Zeus, not because you are strong, but because you are not yet ready." He turned, withdrew, not as a coward, but as a star that knows it will rise again. And Zeus did not follow, because what happened there was neither victory nor defeat. It was a proclamation, a warning that the war to come would not be fought with words, but with flame upon flame. And in the sky, a red mark remained, visible at every sunrise. They say it is the scar of that first meeting between lightning and the sun. And from that day on, light would never sleep again. This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder, don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why. We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.